Yes, it is indeed that time of the year. FUTTIES leaks are here. And we do have confirmation that FUTTIES icons will be a thing too, which was not a thing last year. Now, that does also mean we're probably not going to get one of the fan favorite promos. We'll talk about that too coming up. It makes no sense to me, but okay, whatever. An EA mistake as well happened that we will discuss. That is just like, how has this shit happened? We don't know. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. And thanks for being here in the summer if you are here and if you're new here especially. But the grind is over, my friends. Well, I mean, it's a cynical way to look at it, but the 81 plus player pick to me is so much worse than the 82. Even though it's 1 of 4, you also have to put in 11 golds with 9 commons. Why? We all hated this the first time. The whole community was saying if you leave the 82 plus player pick, it's fine. You don't need to have something new. You don't. Just leave the 82 plus player pick. That'll work for the week. We don't need the 81 plus back again. It's safe to say they did not care at all, and they brought it right back. So the grind is nowhere near as fun now for the next 6 days. Okay, maybe I'm underrating them, but the pack weight, I'm just tired of pack weight being bad in July. It just shouldn't be. But we also got Luis Figo. We did see an SBC once again of an icon that is a greats of the game, and it looks good, but yet again, not really the same level we've been seeing in terms of market players. Portugal did win. Well, ended up somehow winning that game. There's still a chance he can actually get some upgrades here. You know, he scores 2 goals. Not Figo. He's not playing anymore. If Portugal scores 2 goals, we get a +1 overall, and then score 4 goals, somehow get the +1 playstyle plus or a 99 stat. If he gets to that second upgrade, that could be pretty interesting, actually. Obviously, he has 4 playstyles, so he'll get a 99 stat. But once again, it's kind of like, is it must do? Not really. He's a million coins as well. Okay, what do you think about that? I want to hear your thoughts. Okay, we start off with this. We have got FUT Scoreboard tweeting out, while we are all focused on Euro and Copa, don't forget that soon we will have FUTTIES. Here it is, the official card design as well. So there it is. FUTTIES obviously is going to be coming pretty soon because we have the card design leaked for it. Now, we still have a little ways because we have a Euro International Stars promo, and then we also have a Team of the Tournament promo yet to come. So this is probably 2 weeks away plus some, so keep that in mind as well. Now, also the card design here was getting hate because it is quite simple. I will say that there's some years where FUTTIES has a better card design than this. It's pretty plain. It's pretty plain. It's not the worst card design ever, but there were a lot of people hating on it, and you know, just change the color of the gold card. Like, yeah, it kind of is that way, but what did make up for it a little bit was this next tweet. Yeah, the FUTTIES design is boring. What about this then? It is FUTTIES icon card design as well. And the top reply again was very boring. So FUT Scoreboard did not win there, but okay. Well, always nice to see FUTTIES content, because FUTTIES is usually one of the better times of the year for people who are still playing the game later on into the FIFA cycle. By the way, if I look down during this video at all, it's because the US and Uruguay are playing right in front of my face. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm watching an absolutely shambolic refereeing performance. But one of the things that we can infer from this unfortunate news, well, this good news that we're going to see FUTTIES and now FUTTIES icons, which is a new thing, but unfortunate news in one sense, because this unfortunately looks like it means what many of the comments and replies we're talking about here, and that is, it looks like we're not going to get any shapeshifters, which I don't understand it myself. You know, I guess they just thought about the Euros going on this summer and said, you know, we're gonna have this many Euro promos, and then from there we're just going to see however much time we have left, because FUTTIES is gonna, you know, need to be a staple of the summer, right? And we go from there, I guess. I don't know why the most popular summer promo of last year, they just said, fuck it, actually, let's not do it. This was easily, to me, one of the best promos of last year, and probably the best promo of the summer for sure. If I obviously could be forgetting something, but if I remember correctly, Shapeshifters was really incredible. Petr Cech was in everyone's teams for 96k. Was it unrealistic? Yes, but we're in July. Like, it was released on June 24th, almost July. No one really cared anymore. The best defensive midfielder in FIFA history, Vanja Milinkovic-Savic, was you just consider yourself lucky if you did not ever play against this card, because this card never left my team the second that it came in. It never left. It's the best DM I've ever used in my life. He's 6'8", and just one of the first things I think of when I think of FIFA 23 is this card right here. And Shapeshifters, so beloved, and we're just not going to see it, I don't think. It looks like we're just probably not going to see it unless it comes after FUTTIES, which we've just it's never happened before. It always comes before FUTTIES. And Shapeshifters icon cards are usually something that we've seen for the past couple of years, and now FUTTIES icons are a thing. We've not seen those before. So So it looks like connecting the dots there too, we won't be seeing it, which, what do you think about it? Because it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Of course, it's not 100% confirmed, but it just seems like it so far. This FUTTIES card design, I mean, what do you it really does look quite plain. The icon one does look better. I don't know. It just disappointing if we're not going to see shapeshifters. I think it's one of the best times of the summer. I guess we're going to have more Euro promos, even though we've had a trillion already. And a Team of the Tournament promo, which we have the card designs for, could be good if they release good content. I feel like you can almost make any promo decent with some decent content, but it doesn't jump off the page. And I just want to hear, I guess, what you guys have to say about the promos right now, the ones coming up here. Does it make you excited, or, you know, does it not make you as excited as it did maybe last year or in any other past FIFA? I don't know. I just want to hear your thoughts, because I feel like I've just been disappointed a lot recently, so I feel like I could be just, you know, I'm gonna be down in a lot of stuff right now. I'm happy for FUTTIES and happy that's coming back, but it's still a couple weeks away. So okay, and then we'll talk about the EA mistake here in just one sec. But if France win the quarterfinal, I think we're all about to become France fans, because Barcola and Klaus are both going to get upgrades with the quarterfinal victory, and Barcola's going to get a +1 overall and a playstyle plus. So not just one or the other, he's going to get both of them if you did his SBC. This is what the card would look like with one more upgrade here, plus obviously the playstyle plus, which is up to EA. So yeah, there's that, which that card's going to be even better, and you'll see even more often. And then also there's Klaus down here, who also gets both an overall boost and a playstyle plus boost. And I've used Klaus in game and I like him a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there, because if France win, we got two cards who most of us probably have, for sure Klaus obviously, but Barcola as well, that are going to be pretty damn good. Okay, another EA mistake, and this time it actually benefits the community instead of being a PR disaster nightmare fest. English Path to Glory cards were given upgrades despite only getting 2 of 3 wins. Pickford gets a +1. Saka, Walker, Gomez have now extra playstyle pluses. Joe Gomez has Quick Step Plus on his card if you go to his SBC here. On FUTBin, Joe Gomez, you look and see, did they take it away or anything? Nope, it is still there. So Joe Gomez gets Quick Step Plus, and the other playstyle pluses gained was Kyle Walker getting Relentless Plus, and Bukayo Saka then getting, I think he got Technical Plus, I believe. So Saka got a good playstyle, Walker got Relentless, which does actually kind of mean more than some people give it credit for, I think. Because having full stamina relates to just your attributes in general, right? Because your attributes obviously kind of start to dwindle as your stamina goes down. So if you have higher stamina, you'll have higher attributes for longer in the game, which does help, but maybe not to the level of other playstyles, obviously. And then, yeah. The other controversy was that we were waiting to see what Steven Gerrard's 4th playstyle plus would be, if I could spell. We did see it, and it ended up being Dead Ball Plus. So not what most of us did want to see. It made the decision a little bit easier to take Tony Cruz. But if you have Steven Gerrard and you think he's amazing, let me know in the comments. I still have not picked mine yet. I can be convinced otherwise. I think as of right now, I'm gonna probably take Tony Cruz, and nothing from direct communication about anything. So if you're expecting an update, no, not here. The English Path to Glory upgrades, nothing about it. They'll probably just stay and you got lucky, and that's kind of it. But even if they win the next game to make it through, they're not gonna get an extra upgrade or anything like that. It came out early on accident, and they just said, oops, I guess we leave it, because they left other upgrades as well that happened too early. We can't even get upgrades right around here. You know this by now. And now actually we did get this. I completely missed this until right now. We did get another FUTTIES card design. I'm assuming this is gonna be that premium chemistry, like premium SBC. We always see this with FUTTIES when we see extra chemistry boosts on cards. This FUTTIES card design looks a little bit better than the other one, actually. It looks a little more like bright and gold as well. That's better, I think, than like that other boring one. Maybe the other one will look like this one too, and it's just different, but I don't know. I did want to show you guys this, because this one does look a little bit better, and it shows you that we're going to see the same premium SBCs we always see. But okay, a couple FC25 leaks right now. They're not really leaks. They're kind of things we expected, but they're just bits of news I want to fill you guys in on. But police leaks did say evolutions are part of FC25. Okay, we figured that would be the case. If that wasn't the case, I might storm the offices myself. And if you could give EA advice about the evolution system, what would it be? And to me, I think just more of them. I think that's it. Obviously, I want to talk about making them free, but you can make paid ones. We're going to make them very, very good. I just think that the more opportunities to get evolutions, the better. The more chances to chain unique ones, the better as well. So I think the number one thing I'd want for is just more of them, and then maybe also not gatekeeping them in Rivals and Champs. I think that was stupid. Maybe more lenient requirements. I don't know. You can do a lot of things with it, but one thing I'd have to say is just make it more of a priority next year than you thought it maybe even would be. Like all I would say to that. And also, FUT Police Leaks tweeted out saying the pack animation returning to the doors and tunnel like in 2021. We saw this tweet a couple days ago here. We weren't sure what it meant. We obviously inferred it meant that the next card design will be this, or sorry, pack design will be like this, and that is confirmed now. So, okay, so market stuff, I will say, Panama just conceded, and then the U.S. fans went crazy, and about 8 seconds later, they conceded to Uruguay. So, but wait, there is a VAR check, a goal check for offside right now. This is an absolute clown show, I must say. I think I might do a better job out there than this guy. He's smiling and laughing, nothing to smile and laugh about here. And the goal stands. Okay, I was talking about greats of the game icons here because I don't think we're going to see icons probably again until FUTTIES. So we've had some good pack as well. I think these guys might actually do pretty well. Ones that have already gotten the upgrades, obviously count that into play here as well. If cards have not gotten upgrades yet that have potential to get some, then that's obviously different. The market will affect them differently. But cards who already have gotten all the upgrades, when the time comes, I think these are going to be good buys. I actually do. Will you make a ton of profit on them? Maybe some. Not like a lot, because nothing in the summer is really going to just fly out of packs like this. But if I had to bet this next week of content for international stars, unless it's something mind-blowing that we don't expect, I don't think it's gonna be that amazing of content. I don't think it is. I think they said to themselves, hey, let's go all out this week, and then next week we'll kind of take another chill pill. Should it be the case in July? No, but I'm going out on the limb and saying that. Okay, on to the comments. Groove Lock says it's so much easier to get high-rated fodder now. Nothing wrong with making it pricey. Only got 8 teams left of Rooney and got all the academy players I can for Evo fodder. Or sorry, I can Evo for fodder. Not really overpriced. Do you agree with this? Most people said it's overpriced, but there were some people saying like, yeah, fodder's easier to get right now. It's not as big of a deal, which I think is a fair opinion. I think you can actually price an SBC card like this. I just think they need to be slightly better. I get they're live. They probably wanted to make them a little bit worse in case they get 2 upgrades, but I feel like they could have just been slightly better. Am I being nitpicky? I probably am. But also, Stone Cold Steve Austin here. Gerard ended up being Flare Plus. You might be legally blind, my friend. Alan says, what did you boys say about matchmaking? I find it amazing in Weekend League. You don't see the other players' record after a game. I kind of wish that was a feature as well, but there were a couple comments, people saying, you know, they've talked about form-based matchmaking before, and they have talked about it. What I kind of should have said maybe better was that, and oh god, Panama is now back up 2-1, and that is our tournament over. So that was indeed fun while it lasted. They have said that they try to matchmake you within form. So if you are +5 on form, they'll try and match up against somebody who has a very, very similar record, right? 11-6, 11-4, that type of stuff. But there are some wild examples we've seen where creators will message, oh my god, a chance, and it is cleared off the line. I think the Penthez talked one time where he was like, I got crushed in champs. I was 3-5. My opponent was 17-0. So there is just some weird shit as well with matchmaking that does not make any sense. That obviously leaves it to either just be straight up broken, or there are other parameters that they have not talked about that are set in place with matchmaking. So that's kind of why I said they haven't really explained much, because to me, having any instances like that show me something either is bugged and incorrect with the matchmaking, or they're not telling us the whole story, right? So I don't know what to make of that. And Alistair Chetty also says down here, all these new left backs and right backs that do not have long ball playstyle or playstyle plus, or people actually using them. I rely on my left backs and right backs having it. Am I the only one? I am the exact same as you. Every weekend I don't play with a long ball plus, even long ball plus fullback. I regret it immediately. I'm like, oops, that was a mistake. I know I need it, and I just decided to not use a card for whatever reason that doesn't have it. And oops, now I'm gonna go into next weekend with the card with long ball plus as a fullback. So I agree with you, actually. Fatal 0720 regarding that comment saying matchmaking was fucked this weekend, it for sure was. I usually get ranked 2/1 pretty easily, and this week I was 11-6, managed to clutch 14. I don't know what the fuck happened. Maybe I'm ass. Maybe this game's skill gap is really non-existent, or EA made it harder this week with some very sweaty matchmaking. LOL. That's always the hard part, is there are obviously like legitimate circumstances to make matchmaking potentially harder, where it's like casuals left, or you weren't playing that well, right? You got unlucky. There's a lot of different factors that can go into like a bad weekend league, but what won't go into one is when you straight up have somebody who has a ridiculous record playing against somebody else without a ridiculous record. That's where it's like there's no kind of wiggle room there. It's one of those two possibilities I talked about earlier. So game to game basis, things can happen where it's like fluke flukier one-offs, but matchmaking like that being broken shouldn't be the case, right? And Jaden Plays is the only thing I'd like to see with this Evo out is a repeatable base icon upgrade. And I kind of agree because you're still at that point allowing people to get a chance to get Dino, Cruyff, Garincha, Jairzinho, some of these guys who fit into this evolution, but it's still very unlikely you'll get those cards. I mean, it's always been unlikely to get any good icon in a gamble pick this year. So it's kind of a good compromise to be like, hey, if you saved it, you're guaranteeing yourself this player, but otherwise you can do a repeatable base icon upgrade right now. I like the idea of that, but I doubt that will be a thing. It creates so much more FOMO when they don't allow you to have any opportunity to get a player unless you had him before. That's going to create a bunch of FOMO in people's minds to where they don't want to put any high-rated card in SBC or just play every day to make sure you get every chance to get a high-rated card that you might like. So that's why I think they're going to do it that way. But hey, on the bright side, Greg Berhalter might be sacked tonight, which means Stone Age football might be finally put to rest. No more Fred Flintstone Neanderthal passing triangles. I suppose just silver lining and everything. Subscribe if you're new. I love you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you over soon. Peace.